I awake to a scream, one I can still hear to this day. The kind of scream you see in movies but never truly hear. I immediately jump out of bed, frightened at the pain someone put into that scream. As I slowly walk down the hall, I hear some noises, almost as if someone was fighting for the last breath. When I arrive at my sister's door, I slowly get the courage to look at what was going on. There was a dark figure close to where my sister was laying. He had his back towards me. A liquid coats the wall. A scent surrounds the room. The man is breathing heavy. But what about my sister? She hadn't made a noise since I entered the doorway. Was she even breathing? My sister's TV was still on. As I looked around, the light from the screen showed me the crime scene. Blood was everywhere. It looked as though I was living a nightmare, one you can only see on TV. The dark figure began to turn around, so I left his view. As soon as I heard him jump out the window, I ran and turned on the bedroom light. It looked as though my sister's room was a slaughterhouse. I ran to my parents' bedroom, only to find them dead as well. As I reached for the phone, I felt a tap on the shoulder. My heart skipped a beat. Frightened, I turned around, and that's when the knife pierced my lung. I awake to loud talking and unknown noises. When I opened my eyes, I didn't know what to believe. Am I in heaven, or was it all a dream? I am 26 years old and live by myself in a large house. I have lived here all my life and I know every nook and cranny in the house. It has 3 bedrooms. My house also has a basement, which we used to use for storage. I work as an accountant about 15 miles away from my house. I work 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. Today, I arrived at 8:57, 3 minutes early. It was a normal day, just doing accounting things. When I was getting ready to leave at 5 o'clock, my boss Benjamin called me into his office. What did you call me in for? I asked Benjamin. I have bad news, he answers. What do you mean? As you know, our profits were down last month. Yeah, what about it? I begin to get nervous. We do not have enough money to pay every employee, and we are going to have to let someone go. Are you firing me? I ask, confused. No, I just have to let you go. Why? Why me? Why not anybody else? We have plenty of accountants, and you were usually the last one to turn in the weekly reports. I'm very sorry, but we just have to let you go. I walk out of the office and begin to pack my things. The ride down the elevator was very somber and took forever. When I get in my car, I cannot hold my tears back anymore. I put my head on my steering wheel and just cry. After a couple of minutes, I stop sobbing and I put my seatbelt on. I drive out of the parking lot and make my way home. When I get home, I make myself a dinner. I then go upstairs and get ready for bed. I go to sleep at around 7 because I'm too sad to operate. In the middle of the night, I hear a sound. It sounds distant, but I can make out a laughing sound. I look at my alarm clock. It reads 1:26 a.m. I get up to investigate. It is a Friday night, so it could be some kids partying out. But for some reason, I know that is not what it is. I continue downstairs, determined to figure out what is making the sound. I walk around, through the kitchen, dining room, and living room, until I get to the basement door. The noise is now louder than before. I slowly open the old, creaky door. I make my way down the steps, one by one. The basement is a big basement. It goes the whole length of the house. I walk down the tenebrous hallway, curious to find the noise. All I see is boxes in the rooms. At the end of the hallway, the cackling sound gets even louder. I could call the police, but I want to figure this out myself. I slowly open the door. I see the silhouette of a grown man looming in the darkness. I try to run, but I am petrified. I begin to scream, but he reaches out his long arms and covers my mouth. He pushes me down to the floor. I fall on my back and feel an excruciating pain. He pulls something out of his pocket. It was a knife. He begins the knife towards me. It seems like it took 5 seconds for the knife to reach me, but it never did. All of a sudden, I'm back at work. Wait, what just happened? Was I just dreaming? Was I really fired? I look at the time on my computer. It says 1:26 pm. I also remember that it is Saturday. What am I doing back at work? I get up and walk towards the exit. To this day, I still don't know what just happened and why it happened.